Firefighters still trying to figure out what caused a fire that destroyed a Lexington home. You'll hear from a neighbor whose home was damaged.
UK police are warning students after a rash of moped thefts on campus.
A Kentucky girl with a rare disease has gone viral for singing her heart out. That's ahead on WKYT News at 4:30.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good afternoon to you. A ruling has just come down in a lawsuit filed against Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin.
A Franklin Circuit judge has ruled that Governor Bevin can cut the budgets of public colleges and universities. Democratic Attorney General Andy Beshear sued the governor, claiming that he did not have the authority to cut the budgets without the approval of the state legislature. We are reviewing the ruling right now, and we'll have more details on WKYT News coming up at 5. Investigators are still on the scene of a massive house fire in Lexington.
That huge fire destroyed one home and damaged 4 others on Stansbury Cove near Jacobson Park yesterday. Firefighters say because the homes are built so close together, it caused the flames to spread very quickly. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner has reaction from a neighbor whose home was damaged. It's our top story at 4:30.
I heard a clanging and my dogs started barking really badly.
Alexandra Palos says her dogs were barking toward the back window.
And then within another couple of minutes, I heard a large boom and the whole inside of our house was orange.
Frightened, she grabbed her dogs and ran outside, and this is what she saw. The home behind her engulfed in flames.
The way that it was and how close our homes were, I was worried about it coming back this way.
Firefighters on scene said the proximity of the homes is troublesome. The fire damaged the Palos household and 3 other surrounding homes.
Neighbors tell us they're just trying to keep everything in perspective.
My initial reaction was just worried that they were home and that they would be able to get out of their home.
Palos says it was a family that lived in the home and that 3 people were home when the fire started.
They're such good people. They're just a really nice family. They have friends over a lot and they love to do things with their family, and they've worked really hard in their home.
The view out her back window, a sad reminder of the loss, but also a reminder that luckily everyone is okay. In Lexington, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
Fire crews are still working to determine the cause. UK police have issued a crime bulletin for students who use mopeds.
Police say that 9 mopeds have been stolen from campus since last month. WKYT's Mark Barber's tracking the investigation into who is behind the string of thefts.
A string of mopeds have been stolen on UK's campus these past few weeks. After the 9th scooter was swiped 2 days ago, UK police sent out a campus crime alert asking students to watch out for the thief and to watch out for their valuables.
I was very surprised by that here at UK 9 mopeds were stolen. I thought, seriously, how could that happen?
Campus police say the first time it happened, 2 mopeds were stolen behind a row of fraternities on Pennsylvania Street. Then, 2 other mopeds disappeared outside the Baptist Campus Ministries building a couple steps away. After that, the scooter crime spree moved across the street when the thief took off with a moped outside the library. Mopeds have also been stolen from dorms, Memorial Coliseum, and a parking garage. Investigators do not have a description of the person who is responsible for the missing mopeds. Alex Nickel is on foot today, but some days he takes his bike to class. He thinks a little common sense is the best defense.
Just lock your stuff up, be smart, be safe. Simple as that.
UK police are now searching for a student who can help them find the person swiping these scooters. They're asking anyone with information about the case to call them. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
And so far, police have only recovered 1 stolen moped. Police are investigating after gunfire hit a Lexington apartment. It happened at the Red Mile Village apartment complex, which is not far from UK's campus. Police are not sure who shot at the building, saying witnesses they talked to were not cooperative. No one was injured. Now to the weather. Most of the rain's moved out of the bluegrass this afternoon, giving us a much-needed break.
Indeed, but enjoy it while it lasts because more showers and storms are in the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has the first look at your forecast.
Guys, we're kind of flipping the script out there today compared to this point yesterday with temperatures. Southern Kentucky yesterday, you were hogging up the warmth. You were around 70. Northern parts of the area in the 50s. Well, look at where we are now. Paybacks, huh? It is 13 degrees colder Middlesboro, 14 degrees colder into Harlan, yet we're running around 10 degrees warmer into parts of north central Kentucky, where we are hitting the low and mid 60s, only low and mid 50s across the southeastern corner of the state. By the way, yes, the 60s, a big improvement. That's still roughly 10 degrees or greater below normal for an afternoon temperature here at this point in May. Defender Radar Network, still a leftover shower southeastern Kentucky, but I wanted to throw the clouds into the mix. That's what we're looking at now. And you notice a lot of the breaks that are showing up across central and northern parts of the area, leading to the warmer air, and that drier air is coming on into town from north to south. So if you're out this evening, skies become partly cloudy. It is still cool, and by the time we hit 11 this evening, temperatures are into the low 50s. Great looking Thursday forecast will turn into a ugly Friday. We'll concentrate on the good and the bad. The good, though, guys, does include a big warm up into next week. That's in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Chris. A 7-year-old girl has become quite the viral celebrity thanks to her karaoke skills and upbeat attitude.
And her family hopes that fame can translate to teaching people about the disease she's fighting. Shannon Cogan explains.
She's a karaoke queen.
She checked my head and jumped head first, fearless.
7-year-old Audrey Nethery. With performances like this, Audrey's taking the internet by storm. More than 1 million followers on Facebook.
I was inspired by Taylor Swift because she had like all the passion and spirit, and I just thought that I would start singing to maybe put a little passion and spirit in me so I can try to fight off my disease.
She says it's working. She's even gotten to meet Taylor Swift. Her disease is diamond black fan anemia. What do you know about your disease?
Well, I know that it's very contagious. Well, not... No. Okay, that I messed up. Can you try to cut that?
Totally.
Okay, so...
Start over. It's her love for life that's contagious, but this 2.5-foot ball full of energy is dealing with something serious.
Does it make as much blood cells as most people do, and it makes me a little bit short, but that doesn't stop me from moving and acting.
Thanks to her viral performances, she's performed on stage at the International Zumba Convention. Bob Marley's son has shared her video. Even Rachel Ray has had her on twice. Her parents started the Facebook page Audrey's DBA Photo Booth as a way to raise awareness for the disease. It's done so much more than that.
People are really, they're very concerned about her, and they're very inspired, knowing what she goes through, and that they see her happy and smiling, and it gives them the same, it gives them that same passion and inspiration.
They also share some of the more difficult moments, such as blood transfusions.
We want to also remind people that she's battling this illness.
Throughout all of this, young Audrey keeps a very mature attitude.
You just have to take a breath and say, I can do this, and then you go out there and then you just do it.
Amazing!
That is good advice to all of us, and if she doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. Audrey generally sings on her home karaoke machine, which was donated by Karaoke Systems Company, the Singing Machine.
That's our inspiration for the week.
Was adorable.
Right there. A wild night for one couple at a Garth Brooks concert. More on how they took home more than memories. Ahead on WKYT News at 4:30.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfort, where today you can lease a brand new 2016 Honda CR-V for just $259 a month. Plus, we're going to back all our deals with our 110% price protection guarantee. That's Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfort. Huffman has it.
I roll my eyes like a lizard. A monkey would envy my tail. My wings want to fly but swim instead. I'm a fish with a horse's head. You can see me in all my glory. Touch me and learn my story. In a world of wonder you'll explore. I'm a seahorse seahorse, and so much more.
Discover the zany world of seahorses at the most interactive seahorse exhibit in the country. Visit the brand new Seahorses Unbridled Fun and see, touch, explore together at Newport Aquarium.
I'm a seahorse and so much more.
All summer long, you'll rode to refreshment leads to Speedway. And now that Speedway's grown throughout the Midwest, Northeast, and Southeast, nobody has a handle on your summer fun better than Speedway. From the sunny shores of Florida to New York City, from the Carolinas to the New England coast, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And with your Speedway app, there's always a Speedway nearby and a chance to win prizes with every visit on your trip.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now, a 32-ounce Speedy Freezer fountain drink, just 89 cents.
Shop early and save big during the Memorial Day sale, happening now at Sleep Outfitters. With 0% financing for 5 years and free HD TVs up to 50 inches. This is our biggest sale of the year. Buy now and get your choice of a free TV or free upgrade from a queen to a king on select sets. Free TVs, free upgrades, and 0% financing for 5 years. It's all happening now during the Memorial Day sale at Sleep Outfitters.
Get your car looking brand new again at Jeff's Car Wash. Voted best in Lexington 20 years in a row. With plenty of options for any budget, Jeff's gives you the best car wash in town. Get wax and Tire Magic for just $12 with our exterior wash and go.
You may be entitled to $1,500 for each call you've received from any company collecting a debt. Seems too good to be true, but it's the law.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. Like WKYT on Facebook.
Hi, Shane Huffman with Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfort, where today you can lease a brand new 2016 Honda CR-V for just $259 a month. Plus, we're going to back all our deals with our 110% price protection guarantee. That's Neil Huffman Honda in Frankfort. Huffman has it.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Hey, some of us, breaking news, starting to see the sun out there for the first time in a long time. Let's go to our live sky cam, Lexington, and yes, some breaks in the clouds now starting to show up on the east side of Lexington. I hear a collective cheer going up out there for some areas. Not everyone's so lucky. 62 degrees into Lexington. Winds are still coming at us from the northeast at 12 miles an hour. That is a cool wind that will add a little chill to the air this evening. Hey, Southern Kentucky, yesterday at this same time, we were talking about you because you were in the upper 60s and low 70s, and we said you're kind of rubbing it in on the rest of us. We were in the 50s across the entire region, except southern and southeastern Kentucky. Huh? How about that? A little payback action from your neighbors to the north today. We'll try to get the clouds out of there as well. London, Corbin, and Somerset into the 50s now. 62 Lexington, 66 into the Covington area. I don't think I'm hearing cheers right now coming out of the southern and eastern parts of the area. Defender radar network with the clouds into the mix out there and starting to see those breaks showing up across northern Kentucky. Really nothing going on tomorrow. We'll get rain into town Friday into Saturday with showers and thunderstorms courtesy of this area of low pressure. Here comes the rain as we go into Friday. This is Friday morning at 7 o'clock. It's a potent storm system. It's a storm system that really looks like something you would be getting into the winter months or early spring, not mid and late May. But it's a low pressure that is going to wrap up and work its way right on top of central and eastern Kentucky as we go into Friday evening. That likely spells heavy rains. I'm looking at one computer model just coming in. It's amping up those rain totals yet again Friday and into Saturday. What will happen on Saturday, though, we'll start the day off very wet as that system works its way to the east. By the evening, we will see the showers kick in instead of just a full-blown rain. 1 to 2 inches of rain, a possibility Friday into Saturday as temperatures stay cool for both of those days. Let's show you how we get there. Hour by hour breakdown through 11 this evening. Very nice. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's in the 40s. And you're going to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Then all of a sudden the sun comes up. You get those temperatures hit the low 60s. During the heart of the afternoon. If we can only bottle that up and keep it for a while. Let's go into Friday. Model is likely a little too late in getting the rains into town, but once we get the heavy rain in, as we go into the second half of Friday into Friday night, that is likely to put down some of those heavier totals into central and eastern Kentucky. 7-day forecast, low 70s around on Thursday. Friday, Saturday, numbers again are low. Let's make up for it, Bailey. Here we go next week. 80, 82, 80. generally every day next week may be between 80 and 85 degrees. And I still made this declaration a week ago on here that I think we can flirt with 90 somewhere in our area before Memorial Day.
I don't know, but keep talking. I like it.
I'll talk a good game if nothing else.
Yes,
All right.
indeed. Thanks, Chris.
All right.
Soaking up the puddles here at John Crop Stadium, preparing for Division I NCAA Regionals happening this weekend. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about with Coach Lawson today.
Survivor finale tonight.
There is only one thing on your mind, getting to the end.
The end of the most punishing season of Survivor.
Call for the chopper!
Is here.
The game just switch again.
3 tribal councils.
Everyone's trying to scramble.
2 unforgettable hours. And 1
I just need to fight my way out.
epic
I'm not going down without a fight.
twist.
Nobody saw that coming.
The Survivor finale, followed by the live reunion show, CBS tonight.
Get the credit approval you deserve at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville. If you have a job and $199, you can be approved today. During the Drive and Discover event 2016, Jeep Cherokee's $199 a month. Visit BigMSuperstore.com.
Discover Summer will make this summer fun, active, and educational. Pick up your map to adventure at any Lexington Public Library location. Earn points by attending a library program or trying a new library service. Find a complete list of how to earn points at lexpublib.org/discover summer. Complete your map to adventure by earning 100 points before July 31st and turn in your completed map at any library location to earn a prize and enter for even bigger prizes.
Put a local pro on the case with Case Foundation Repair and Waterproofing. We've been solving all your foundation and water problems with trusted service since 1944. Case Foundation Systems stabilizes your home's foundation and settlement needs. Our waterproofing systems offer an affordable solution for your basement and crawl space. Case also repairs cracks, bowed walls, and solves drainage problems. With Case's concrete lifting and leveling system, we'll stabilize your porch, patio, and sidewalk. Call for a free estimate and put a local pro on the case.
With Haverty's Furniture, your home can be perfect, even when life isn't.
The neighbor's back.
Oh no.
This is my husband, Gibby. I wanted to show him your furniture.
I like it. You want to come in?
Oh no, that would be weird.
The Memorial Day sale. From classic to contemporary, Haverty's.
Do you want to lose weight quickly and safely? Do you want to be healthy for a lifetime? Kim did and lost 238 pounds at Ageless Medical Weight Loss. Betty did and lost 135 pounds. The Ageless program is a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution. Call today for a free consultation.
Monkey Joe's is the perfect place to add some excitement and energy to your day with wall-to-wall inflatable slides, jumps, and obstacle courses. Walk-ins are always welcome, or schedule your next birthday party. Monkey Joe's, where you party big and play great.
Save thousands at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville, where you get 25% off MSRP on all the remaining new 2015s in stock. That's up to $14,000 off MSRP. Make the short drive to Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
Have something that needs investigating? Email us or call the WKYT Investigates tip line.
Well, they are on a roll. Some exciting news for the UK softball team.
Yeah, the Cats will host a regional starting Friday with Butler up first for Kentucky at John Crop Stadium. Our Deanne Stevens is out and about with all the details. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at John Crop Stadium on the University of Kentucky campus, where we're just a few days away for some big-time softball games happening here at UK. Coach Rachel Lawson is with us, and we are such a huge fan of Coach Lawson. Clearly, everybody else is, too. SEC Coach of the Year, congratulations, my dear.
Yeah, thank you. It's really exciting. It's a great time because we're here hosting the regionals, and hopefully we'll go on to supers.
This is a pretty big deal for you, for the University of Kentucky, for all softball fans out there.
It is because every year we've done something we haven't done the previous year, and this year we've got the first time we've had the highest national seed we ever had, which is 9, which guarantees that we host a regional. So it's been an exciting year for us.
All right, what does action look like, softball action here this weekend? Friday night, Friday afternoon, I guess things kicking off with who?
Yes, Friday afternoon. Well, we play the evening game at 6 o'clock against Butler, but the game right before us starting at 3:30 is Utah and Illinois, and then the two winners will play each other on Saturday.
So what are we going to have to see out of the girls this weekend to bring home the win?
Well,
or keep the win here at home, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're going to have to continue to see great pitching out of Kelsey Nunley and Megan Prince. Our defense has been great all year, so hopefully that will continue to show, and then we're going to have to see some timely hitting.
You know what else we're going to have to see? We're going to have to see some sunshine and some warmth for this weekend. That's what Coach Lawson is hoping for. We've got a guy out here who's like soaking up the water. Is that what he's doing?
Yes, he's actually starting now to get preparations ready for Friday. So that machine there, the sopper, what it does is it actually sucks up the water, and then they take it off of the field so that the grass is ready to go on Friday.
And I understand you and I are getting ready to help him coming up here in just a few minutes.
We are.
They're putting us to work. You get to work now and make plans to be here Friday night to cheer on a University of Kentucky softball team. 6 o'clock is game time here at John Kropp Stadium. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
I fear the sopper is going to be needed a lot more in the coming days.
Well, Chris Bailey's watching that story.
Yeah.
He says, Friday? So keep your fingers crossed.
It's going to be busy.
Yeah.
Reaction after a Kristen Stewart movie gets booed at Cannes, and a jazz giant's belongings go up for bid.
Danielle Nottingham has more in your Eye on Entertainment.
Hundreds of items from Duke Ellington's personal collection go on the auction block today in Harlem. Jazz fans can bid on rare treasures, including the White Baby grand piano, where the late icon composed much of his music. It's expected to fetch as much as $1 million. Bryan Cranston and Anthony Mackie walked the red carpet in New York for a special screening of their new HBO film, All the Way.
You get in my way, I'll crush you.
Cranston reprises his Tony Award-winning role as Lyndon B. Johnson opposite Mackie's Martin Luther King Jr. The story is set during LBJ's first year in office as he tries to get the Civil Rights Act passed.
They both understood the compromise that went into succeeding, whereas now, we're in a political standstill in this country because there is no compromise.
All the Way premieres Saturday night on HBO. And in Cannes, the director of Kristen Stewart's new movie, Personal Shopper, responded to the scattered boos the film received at its press screening.
When you come to Cannes, you're prepared. You're prepared for anything, really.
Stewart plays a woman who believes she can communicate with her deceased brother. This is Stewart's second movie at the festival. She also stars in Woody Allen's latest film, Cafe Society. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And closer to home, some of Lexington's best musicians will gather tonight to honor the life of a music icon. A tribute concert celebrating the music of Prince will be held tonight at the Manchester Music Hall. The show is free to the public, but you must be at least 21 to attend. Doors open at 7 o'clock.
Talk about a night she'll never forget. A Michigan woman went into labor at a Garth Brooks concert. Jacob Bischler and his pregnant fiancee Emily had a scheduled C-section on Monday and decided to enjoy their last free night before the baby came Saturday night at the show in Grand Rapids. Well, Emily started having contractions. By the time Garth finished his final encore about 2 in the morning, it seemed their son was ready to make his debut. Just before 5:30, they welcomed little Jackson to the world. Both mom and baby are healthy and doing well.
It's pandemonium at a Chinese zoo. Why a zookeeper is not getting much cleaning done, coming up on WKYT.
The best ever Ashley Home Store Memorial Day sale begins now. Save up to $1,000 off, plus 12 months no interest, or pay no interest for 6 years. Don't miss the best ever Memorial Day sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
You don't have to wait till Memorial Day weekend to get our best offers. Come to P-Ranch Memorial Marathon now and save up to 50% off. With 5 years, 0 interest and savings as good as a state sales tax break. Don't miss it.
Nobody beats P-Ranch.
Hi, I'm Mark Krish of Coit Cleaning and Restoration. Almost 50 years ago, we pioneered the drapery and carpet cleaning business. With our certified technicians, innovative cleaning methods, and your satisfaction guaranteed in writing, Coit continues to deliver exceptional customer service. For a limited time, choose from any of our cleaning services and save up to 30% off. That's right, 30% off. Is it any wonder why so many homes in the Lexington area have one thing in common, a Coit van in the driveway? Call 1-800-4COIT today.
Flooring Gallery, your home's best friend.
Make your home memorable this Memorial Day when it's transformed with new flooring. Lexington's largest locally owned flooring expert has a huge selection of in-stock materials at up to 70% off suggested retail. The Flooring Gallery has a huge selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, and carpet. Hurry in now through Memorial Day and take advantage of these huge savings and receive 12 months interest-free financing. The Flooring Gallery is your local one-stop shop for all things flooring.
The Flooring Gallery, your home's best friend.
When you participate in a MedPace clinical study, you can expect 5 simple steps to get started, 4 relaxing spaces, 3 catered meals a day, 2 medical experts dedicated to your care, and 1 paycheck up to $5,550. We're looking for generally healthy adults 18 to 55 for a research study of an investigational drug requiring 4 overnight stays at our clinic. MedPace. Get paid to change the pace of medicine.
Come to P-Ranch Memorial Marathon now and get our best memorial offers early. Like this Amana Top Load Traditional Washer, $279 Super Saver. Amana Side-by-Side with Ice and Water Dispenser, $9.99 Super Saver.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
This week at Ashley Home Store's Memorial Day sale, find your perfect Tempur-Pedic sleep system and pay no interest for 8 full years. Queen mattresses start at less than $18 a month. America's #1 mattress and furniture store. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
We are trying to come out of this rainy, dreary mess we've been in. Just trying to come out of it.
Trying so hard, Chris. And tomorrow is the day. It's like, you know, the water in the desert.
Yeah.
Trying to reach it.
That's it tomorrow.
Am I being way...
No, let's hope it's not a mirage, though, huh? As we get to it. But yes, tomorrow, we've been talking about it all week. That is your day to enjoy. Right now, some late day peaks of sun in Lexington, 63 degrees right now. That's the highest we've been in the past 5 days. 63 degrees, the warmest we've been in the past 5 days, I believe now. Frankfurt 65, 54 Jackson, though that is a good-looking shot. You got to give it up for that shot. 55 London, more in the way of clouds here into southeastern Kentucky. Those holes in the clouds showing up a little farther to the north now, but even in southeastern Kentucky, hang in there. Just in time for sunset, you may actually see the skies try to clean up just a little bit. Let's get a check on the roads now here in Lexington and surrounding areas, see what's going on with Officer Don.
They start off with a crash on the inner loop of Manowar near Beaver Creek. The police are working right now. Not a big factor getting past when it's blocking part of the right lane there on the inner loop of Manowar. Drive times this afternoon, we're holding our own to Nicholasville, still 12 to 15 minutes. To Winchester, okay on 64. And 75 looks great towards Scott County and toward Richmond. How about you in the studio?
Officer Don, thank you. A windy day, panda cubs causing problems, and the last place you ever thought you'd find a sauna. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Okay, the next time you complain about the wind, look at this. Walking around isn't always a breeze. 100-mile-an-hour winds, literally blowing one man over in New Hampshire on Monday. The Mount Washington Observatory shared a video of the weather researcher struggling to just stand up. At one point, he jumps and gets blown sideways in the wind. It's been a windy few days in the Northeast, to say the least, with wind chills below 0 in some areas. Look
Chris
at that.
Bailey, we think you should try that for sure.
No, Amber, that's your new workout fitness routine right there. Can you imagine?
He's getting a workout, that's for sure. All right, if you ever wondered what it's like trying to clean a house with toddlers around, well, here you go. Watch as this poor zookeeper wages a losing battle against 2 mischievous panda cubs bent on keeping her from cleaning up some leaves. The pair turn an otherwise mundane chore into quite the Kodiak moment. The pandas even seem to work in tandem, one distracting while the other attacking. It was a grisly scene, but the worker fought the good fight and barely won. We had a number of bear puns in there for you.
She is outnumbered, yes. There's a Burger King in Finland, kid you not, that doesn't just have the Whopper. They have a sauna. No joke. This recently opened Burger King in Helsinki features an in-store spa complete with sauna, shower room, and lounge. So, Amber, that's where you can eat your Whopper. Ugh. I knew you'd feel like that. Customers can sit in the sauna in nothing but Burger King branded towels. Are you kidding me? And watch TV, play video games, and relax. Oh, I don't know. There are even servers that take your BK order. Sound weird? Yes. Not in Finland, where it's estimated that there is 1 sauna for every 3 people in the country. I believe in saunas, just not where I eat.
I believe in saunas. I believe in eating maybe a Burger King burger, but just not together.
Not together.
Sometimes there are no words for those kinds of things.
Things can go wrong.
All right, stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.